4 big asteroids are flying by Earth this week, but don't worry. They aren't getting too close. A quartet of large asteroids are zooming by Earth this week, but they'll all pass our planet with millions of miles to spare, according to NASA. The near-Earth asteroids are all passing within 4.6 million miles, 7.5 million kilometers, of our planet, close enough to make NASA's potentially hazardous asteroid, PHA, list, but none will come closer than 2.2 million miles, 3.5 million kilometers, according to NASA's weekly chart of asteroid passes. Hello and welcome to KYC News. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. According to our sister site Life Science, opens a new tab. This week's big space rock flybys start with the asteroid 2012 DK31, opens a new tab, which measures about 450 feet, 137 meters, across, wider than a 40-story skyscraper is tall. It passed within 3 million miles, 4.8 million kilometers, of Earth on Monday, February 27th. While 2012 DK31's close approach distance meets NASA's PHA requirements, the agency has projected its path for the next 200 years and found it won't pose an impact risk to Earth, Life Science reported. A second big asteroid called 2006b55 opens a new tab, will fly by Earth today, February 28th, and is the one passing within 2.2 million miles of our planet. At 450 feet across, this asteroid is about the same size as 2023 DK31 and takes up to 5 years to orbit the Earth, according to Life Science, opens a new tab. On Friday, March 3rd, 2 more big asteroids will pass the Earth, including the biggest of the week's 4 close-flying space rocks. First, there's asteroid 2007 ED125, opens a new tab. It's about 700 feet, 213 meters, across, making it the size of a large football stadium and the largest of the week's asteroid flybys. It will be nearly 2.8 million miles, 4.4 million kilometers, from Earth during its flyby, according to NASA. The second large asteroid is 2021 QW, opens a new tab, which is 250 feet, 76 meters, across and will pass within 3.3 million miles, 5.3 million kilometers, of Earth. There are actually 2 more asteroids flying by Earth on Friday, March 3rd, but both are about the size of a large airplane, much smaller than 2007 ED125 and 2021 QW. 1. Called 2017BM123, opens a new tab, is 190 feet, 58 meters, wide and will pass within nearly 2.9 million miles, 4.6 million kilometers. The other is a newly discovered asteroid called 2023DX and will pass within 1.2 million miles, 2 million kilometers, of Earth. It was first detected on Monday, February 27th, according to NASA, opens a new tab. NASA researchers and other scientists around the world regularly scan the skies for asteroids that may one day pose an impact risk to Earth. Space rocks larger than 492 feet, 150 meters, with orbits that pass within 4.6 million miles, 7.4 million kilometers, of Earth are considered to be potentially hazardous objects. In addition to observing and tracking asteroids with telescopes, astronomers can use radio antennas like NASA's Goldstone facility with the Deep Space Network to make radar observations of passing space rocks. An asteroid will come within 2,200 miles of Earth tonight. Here's why you shouldn't worry. Most space rocks are never a threat to our planet. Every week, there seems to be another asteroid in the news that's about to fly dangerously close to Earth. But it never comes near enough to smash our planet to smithereens, or even quietly burn up in the atmosphere. This week, it's asteroid 2023 BU, which will soar just 2,200 miles above Earth's surface on January 26th, according to NASA. That's well within the range of artificial satellites, and about 236,655 miles closer to Earth than the Moon. To be fair, 2023 BU wouldn't be a planet killer even if it did breach the atmosphere, thanks to its small size. But NASA says that this will be one of the closest recorded encounters a near-Earth object has ever made. So are we on an amazing streak of luck, or is the threat of a dangerous impact grossly overhyped? The truth lies somewhere in the middle. Data from NASA and other agencies show that close encounters with space objects aren't that rare, though some could pose a real threat. How common are near-Earth asteroids? The prospect of a killer asteroid or comet hitting Earth is a very real fear, hence the popularity of movies like Armageddon, Deep Impact, and Don't Look Up. And when there's a real-life space object coming close to Earth, you won't have to look far to find headlines about it. Not every near-Earth object makes it into the news though, since there are literally tens of thousands known to pass close by our planet. NASA defines near-Earth objects, NEOs, as natural space objects that orbit within 1.3 astronomical units, AU, of the Sun. Earth itself is 1 AU from the Sun, which equals roughly 150 million miles. NEOs are a group consisting of all the natural objects that come close to our planet, namely asteroids and comets. The vast majority are asteroids, and they range in size from a few meters wide to more than 1 kilometer. Over time, more and more asteroids have been detected, thanks to advances in monitoring technology. It's likely that many of the space objects we know about today were quietly flying by Earth decades before we even discovered them. Small asteroids, like 2023 BU, sometimes aren't seen until just days before they approach our planet. But the big objects are easier to spot, which is good news, because they sometimes pose more of a threat. It's not just size that makes an asteroid or comet a potential risk for planet Earth. Researchers also have to assess an object's orbit and speed in order to estimate where it's headed. NASA and the European Space Agency keep lists of asteroids that are estimated to one day collide with or come very close to our planet. The ESA's risk list has 1,443 objects of note, though it tracks both big and small Earthbound objects, some too small to even make it through the atmosphere. NASA's Sentry monitoring system tracks 27 high-risk asteroids. One of the most likely strikers is Bennu, a craggy space rock that's projected to hit Earth sometime between the years 2178 and 2290. Last year, NASA successfully changed the orbit of the near-Earth asteroid Didymos during its DART mission. The experiment's success will likely pave the way for even more robust planetary defense systems in the future. But beyond a handful of NEOs, most space objects coming close to Earth will never pose an existential threat. On NASA's Sentry website, the agency warns that an Earth collision by a sizable NEA is a very low probability event. And predictions can change with new data, rendering once-threatening asteroids harmless. When asteroids come close to Earth, you're much more likely to be faced with a good skywatching opportunity than literal Armageddon. Asteroid 2023 BU is about the size of a box truck and is predicted to make one of the closest approaches by a near-Earth object ever recorded. Thanks for watching.